the process of liberation is first to build the economic base and also the state base, working towards the statehood and uniting the people. Okay? Creating another what we call counter society. So the society under the SPLM, SPLA must of necessity be different from the society under the oppressive regime, in terms of its culture, in terms of the way it does its things, in terms of the laws, in terms of justice. The justice system should be different, and unfortunately this is what did not happen, because in 21 years, if we had done that thing, we would not be in the situation we are in today, where we are tribes and we divided ourselves into tribes, and not only tribes, communities and sections and so on. In the 21st century, it cannot be. So this is one of the failures of the liberation process, because those who call themselves as liberators, what have they done in this kind of thing? You're going back to the, 100 steps backward, into the 18th and 19th century. The way we are now as tribes, I mean, if you look at the kind of inequality that is existing in the society today, and the kind of divisions among people along ethnic, it is worse than what we were in 1983. In 1983, we were here in Juba, but we were not divided in this kind of thing. This kind of divisions were not there. The only regret will come in that we have missed what we should have done. Okay? We didn't expect South Sudan to be in the way it is now, its economy to be in the way it is. The South Sudan, like many of our areas in Africa, is still living what we call the stage of national democratic revolution. This is the stage you are in as you move out from a colonial rule and you become independent. So you choose now, in order, because what are the fundamental issues that drive people to war? One is that we want to be, we want to change this condition of poverty. Okay? People are poor. And people are poor not because there is nothing. No. People are poor because we have not developed our productive forces. What are the productive forces? One is land. The other is the natural resources we have. You have cattle, you have goats, you have fish in the water, you have power. All these are productive forces. They have not been developed. That's why South Sudan is a poor country. Okay? So the first objective of the revolution was to change this situation by developing the natural resources in order to be able to improve the lives of people. Number two, this is poverty. Number two is ignorance. You see, why we have, we insist today we are this and this tribe and this section and so on, is because of ignorance. We are still living in the very, ancient time. And this needs to be changed through education, through cultural, transformation of what is existing there. The other thing is cultural underdevelopment, cultural backwardness. This depends on the way we are producing, the way we do our things, okay? Take for instance those who have cattle. You own these cattle in a cultural way, not economic. It's not an economic asset. So if you have 100 heads of cattle, are you a poor person? You are not poor. You are poor because you have not transformed them into an economic asset. such that you can generate milk, butter, beef, and so on for the market. You see, and for this reason now, yeah, because since 2005 we have not been able to do this. You have seen it's reflected in the way people are crying about this dollar. Why should we be crying about the dollar? It's not our national currency. Why should it be the one controlling the things in the market? It's because we are not producing. We are not producing. There's not food. Most of our food is coming from outside the country. And that is why you have to pay more money in order to get just very little peanuts, you know. So it means that the liberation itself did not achieve its objective. There's a failure we have seen. A failure, we have failed to build our economy, we have failed to provide our people with the social services, we have failed to do even the least, including the, what do you call it, providing the list, the people. As a result, what has happened? We've triggered a war, a civil war. Okay? A war which has been very devastating and so on, and insecurity all over the country now. I cannot go to Malakal now, I can't go to my village because of the insecurity. So you have insecurity. We did not become independent in order to live in this kind of a situation. No, we did not. We wanted a better situation, a better than this.
and leadership message on May 16, 2024. First and foremost, on behalf of Command of SSPDF, I would like to recognize the ultimate price paid by fallen heroes and heroines of the War of Liberation. On the same note, I would like to pass my revolutionary regards to the veterans of the War for Independence. Special salute goes to wounded heroes and heroines. Once again, on behalf of SSPDF Command, I would like to inform our own ranks and file and the public at large that May 16, 2024 is or was known as SPLA Day, but from the 2nd of October 2018, it became known as SSPDF Day to mark the 41st inception of then SPLM, SPLA, and now SSPDF. On the same note, it's good to underscore that there will be no official celebrations. However, individuals and groups are free to peacefully and responsibly celebrate in their own ways and in the places of their choice. Similarly, all SSPDF units are hereby directed to be on maximum alert as the nation prepares for this important holiday. The main message on May 16 is that 2024 has been declared as a year for peace, dialogue, and reconciliation, as demonstrated by a number of political and military steps taken to accomplish a set of objectives. The message I'm delivering today has two dimensions. One, the political dimension, which I'm calling here as a political front. His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit initiated and launched Nairobi peace talks with all-out groups in order to bring about total peace in the country. Second political step was a formation of a high-level Committee for Peace and Reconciliation in Greater Bahr el-Ghazal region. The main purpose of that committee was to work tirelessly to restore peace and unity between the people of Abyei Special Administrative Area and their counterparts from Tweed County of Warab State. In terms of military endeavors, which is on military front, and in its capacity as the Commander-in-Chief of the SPDF and the Supreme Commander of all organized forces, General Salva Kiir Mayardit blessed the following steps taken and are being taken by heads of organized forces, mainly SSPDF, led by Chief of Defense Forces, General Santino Denwall, the Director General for National Security, Lieutenant General Akol Korkwich, and Inspector General of Police, General Atemarol. These three heads of organized forces came together, and as we speak, they are on a tour of Greater Bahr el-Ghazal region. They are touring Greater Bahr el-Ghazal region. The first leg of that tour took them to Abyei, a special administrative area. Then later on, they went to Adwok, which is in Tweed County, Tweed County of Warab State. And the fruits of their engagements with the local population has already produced fruits, as indicated by the reopening of roads connecting Abyei, Adwok, Abiemnom, and Mayom. They are also working tirelessly to ensure that the road which is connecting Wau with Luanyaker and Lenom are reopened. Other steps that were taken to ensure that peace is realized were the deployment of the necessary unified forces in the three greater regions of Bahr el-Ghazal, Upper Nile, and Equatoria, we are remaining with few soldiers that are still in the training centers. They will be redeployed very soon. The other step that was taken, clear orders were given by the presidency for the second phase to start. There is also work in progress on the unification of second level of command. And the fifth step that was taken by the command was a tour that was undertaken by Lieutenant General Gabriel Dwoblam, SSPDF Deputy Chief of Defense Forces, who also doubles as the SPLIO Chief of General Staff. He toured all SPLIO controlled areas in Upper Nile, Equatoria, and Bahar al-Ghazal region. The message of his tour was to brief IO forces on the implementation of transitional security arrangements and to alert them and order them to be on standby so that when they are told, they should immediately report to the training centers for commencement of second phase. Now, when we summarize, the political leadership and the military command took 7 steps. 7 steps. 2 are political in nature, which I shared with you, and 5 are military. Now, when you put all the 7 steps taken together, in conclusion, we can, based on the steps I've listed, all the measures taken by both the political and the political leadership and the military command, we can with confidence, completely and comfortably declare that indeed year 2024 will be a year for peace, for realization of total peace and reconciliation. And that's why the command of SPDF sat down and concluded that the year 2024 is indeed it will be a year for peace and reconciliation, and these steps were taken to ensure that there is peace. There is total peace in terms of engaging all the political forces that are not in agreement with the government, as well as to ensure that the communities that are fighting among themselves cease fighting, and so that we have a very conducive environment as we prepare for elections.